Hello, let's have this next situation. Situation number 4. The 1,200-pound uniform plate ABCD can rotate freely about the hinge AB. The plate is supported by the cables DE and CE. The working stress in the cables is 18 KSI, and we are given the dimensions A, B, C, and D. So for the problem shown in the figure, this is a plate. And then this plate is attached in this particular hinge. So ibig sabihin, this plate is free to rotate daw in this direction, no? Or in this direction. So it's free to rotate about this axis. Now, because it's free to rotate about this axis, to avoid the plate, no, falling down or falling in this direction, so naglagay ng support na cables. So, naka-attach siya dun sa point na ito. Okay? So, lagyan muna natin ng dimension. Yung A daw ay 4 inches, 4 feet pala. B is 6 feet. And then C is 2 feet. D is 3 feet. Okay? For the questions, calculate the smallest safe diameter of cable DE. And then the second one, calculate the smallest safe diameter in inches of cable CE. Okay, so pinapahanap yung required na diameter nitong dalawang to. So to do that or to calculate that, let's draw the free body diagram of the plate, no? So yung free body diagram ng plate, bali meron ditong naka-attach na tension. So tension, tawagin ko na tension D for simplicity. We have another tension dito, tawagin natin tension C. And then dahil merong bigat yan, so somewhere here, meron din siyang self-weight, which is yun yung 18 KSI. Ayan. Okay, tapos, supposedly, no, meron dito reaction. So, may reaction dito, may reaction dito. Okay? So, merong vertical tsaka horizontal reaction dun sa hinge. Okay? So, anyway, because I want to focus on calculating the tension in D and in C, the best approach is to apply summation of moment about this axis. No? So, we can apply moment about this axis. All right, so if we would follow right-hand rule, let's say this is our positive axis. So if you would apply right-hand rule or right thumb rule, the positive rotation will be in this direction. So that is the positive rotation. Okay? So now, before we can apply summation of moment, we have to make sure first that the tensions in C and in D would be in component form, no? Kasi mahirap na hanapin yung perpendicular distance nito halimbawa dun sa axis na to. O di kaya ito sa axis na to. So para maiwasan yon, maglalagay compute na lang natin yung mga components in the three direction, no? So tawagin na lang siguro natin ito na x-axis. Tapos ito na lang kunwari yung gawin nating origin. Ito naman yung y-axis. Tapos kunwari ito yung z-axis. Ayan. Okay? Okay, so now, to calculate for the components of D and tension at C, we can apply two ways, no? Pwede na using vectors. Yung pangalawa naman is using 2D sense or kumbaga parang you can apply yung slope na concept, no? And to apply the slope concept, note that from this point to this point, ang mga displays, ibahin ko yung kulay para makita. Ayan. From this point to this point, ang displacement natin along the x-axis ay pa ganito, along the y-axis ay pa ganito, and along the z-axis ay pa ganito. So, ibig sabihin yung mga displacement natin, no? And horizontally or along the x-axis, yung sukat nito, as you can see, is 2 inches. And then along the y-axis, ang sukat na yun ay 6 feet rather. And then 2 feet, no? And then from here to here, ang sukat natin na displacement ay 3 feet. So, ibig sabihin, yun na yung parang components natin. And using those components, 3, 2, and 6, we can define the length of the cable, no? So, the length of the cable at B will be equal to the square root of 2 squared plus 6 squared plus 3 squared. Okay, and if we would calculate that, let's see. Okay, and that gives us 7. No? So 7 feet yung length ng cable D. Okay? Now, what about the length of the cable in C? Okay, so we will apply the same idea. So from here to here, yun kasi yung parang vector niya, no? From this point to point E. So mag-move tayo to the left, tapos mag-move tayo backward, and then mag-move tayo upward. So basically halos same, no? Kasi kung titignan natin, yung length na to ay 4, ang length nito ay 2. So ibig sabihin itong kabila, 2 din. So 2 rin ito. So in short, yung magiging length ng cable CE is also 7 feet. Okay? Now, using this, we can define the X, Y, and Z components. Here, to be more specific, because I will be applying summation of moment about X, ang kailangan lang dyan, ang iikot lang dyan, is itong Z component. Bakit? Kasi kung titignan natin yung X component, no, dahil parallel yan doon sa axis of rotation na gagawin natin, wala siyang moment doon, no, kasi parallel. Tapos, kung titingnan naman natin yung Y component, ito naman yun. So, kung mapapansin, mag-i-intersect yung Y component nitong dalawang tension na to doon sa axis of rotation. So, once again, wala tayong moment arm or zero yung moment arm. So, ang meron lang talagang rotation is itong Z component, no? So, ibig sabihin, yung tension D sa Z-axis will be equal to yung mismong tension D multiplied by, di ba ang Y component natin is itong 3 feet, no? So 3 feet divided by 7. Okay? And likewise, yung tension sa CZ is equal to the tension at C times the same slope, 3 over 7. Alright? So that means that is our Z component, no? Nung dalawang tension. And using this, we can now apply summation of moment about the x-axis. So if we would apply summation of moment about the AB axis, no? Itawag ko lang AB axis or x-axis, no? Using right thumb rule. So ang mga iikot is yung Z component nito, which is ito nga. So isulat natin. That is TD times 3 over 7. Tapos ang moment arm nito, so tingnan nyo maigi, ito yung Z component niya. So ang moment arm niya ay ito hanggang dito, which is also 6 feet, no? Times 6. And then ang rotation nito, kung yan ay pataas, so rotation niya about this axis is pa ganito, which is baliktad dun sa positive na rotation. So gagawin lang natin dito ang negative. Okay? And then let's look at naman yung Y component ni C. So TC times 3 over 7. Rather, Z component, no? Yung Z component ng tension sa C is TC times 3 over 7. So kung ito yon, ang moment arm niya ulit ay ito. So also 6 feet. And then ang rotation niya is also negative. Parehas lang sila ng rotation ng kabilang table. And then finally, yung 18 KSI na self-weight nung plate. So 18. And then ang moment arm niyan ay ito lang, ano? Ito lang. Ito. Which is kalahati ng 6 feet kasi sa centroid yun nung plate. So times 3 equals 0. Wala na namang ibang forces na nag-a-act dun sa plate. Ito meron ditong reaction, kaya lang dun kasi tayo mismo sa axis na yung nag-moment, kaya wala lang ding moment yung mga reactions na yun, no? So anyway, this is going to be our equation 1, and as you can see, we don't have yet TD and TC. Okay, so we need one more equation. So to calculate or to create more equation, of course, we can adapt summation of forces. Ano? Kaya lang, gusto ko kasing iwasan na wag na to masali. Total, hindi naman natin hinahanap yung reaction dun sa mismong hinge na AB, no? So, mag-moment lang ulit tayo. So, this time, mamili tayo ng ibang location kung saan tayo pwedeng mag-moment. And in this case, pwede tayo actually mag-moment dito or dito, no? Or dito, no? So, whichever. Okay? Kaya ko napili yung tatlong yon kasi pag nag-moment tayo dito, mawawala sa picture yung TD. May iwan lang si TC. Pag nag-moment naman tayo dito, mawawala sa picture si TD, rather si TC, no? Si TD naman yung maiwan, no? Kaya lang, ang problem sa dalawang yun is meron nga tayo ditong ine-expect na reactions. Now, once again, to avoid those, pwede naman na mag-moment na tayo mismo doon sa gitna. Okay? So, pag nag-moment tayo doon mismo sa gitna, so sa axis na to, sa y-axis, bale. Using the right hand rule or right thumb rule, na if you point your right thumb dito sa direction ng y, so ang magiging positive na rotation is ganito. Alright, so ganyan yung magiging positive na rotation. So ano na naman ang mga components na magkakaroon ng moment about this axis. So tingnan natin si TD. So for TD, yung x component niya mag-intersect dun sa axis na to, so wala siyang moment. Yung z component niya, merong moment, no? Tapos yung y component niya is parallel dun sa axis na ito, kaya wala ring moment. So meron lang ulit na moment is yung z components nilang dalawa. Okay? So let's take summation of moment about y-axis. Okay? Equals 0. So let's see. So we have the z component of TD, which is TD times 3/7. Ang moment arm nun ay, di ba, ito yung axis natin. So ang moment arm natin is 2 feet. So times 2. Ang rotation na ipoproduce nitong TD is ganito, which is negative, no? Dahil dun sa right thumb rule. Next, yung z component naman ni TC, we have TC times 3/7. The moment arm will also be 2. No? Kung makikita natin, ito yung y component niya, ito yung distance niya or yung moment arm. Also, 2 feet. Okay? Ang rotation naman nun is, in this case, ay magiging positive. No? It will follow the same rotation sa right thumb rule. So, plus. And then, walang moment yung 18 KSI kasi magpapass through siya dun sa mismong axis na napili natin. And then, wala rin na ring moment itong mga reactions na ito. Okay? Kasi nandun sila mismo dadaan sa axis na ito. Alright? So, therefore, that will be all equal to 0. Ngayon, kung titignan nyo maigi, magka-cancel ang lahat, tapos mapuprove lang natin dito na yung TD ay equal sa TC. Which is, we are expecting at the beginning, since kung makikita kasi doon sa original na figure, since ito ay 2 feet, ito ay 2 feet, so ibig sabihin, pantay na pantay ito or symmetrical. At dahil symmetrical, it follows that these two cables will carry the same tension. No? Pinakita lang natin how they became equal. No? Pero kung ang intuition nyo equal na siya, pwede na kagad tayo mag-proceed sa next step. At yung next step ay, dito sa moment na ito, pwede na lang natin pag-isahin yung tension nilang dalawa. No? So, pwedeng ito ay TD or ito ay TC, TC rin ito, o di kaya TD ito, tas TD rin ito. And then from there, we can directly solve for the tension for both. No? So, from that equation, let's solve for the tension. So we have 18. So we have 18 times 3 over. So KSI, ito no? So keeps yung magiging sagot natin. Tama ba? 18 KSI. Sorry. Hindi pala ito 18 KSI. Ito pala ay 1,200. So yung 18 KSI pala ay working stress. No, rather. Working stress nga pala yan. So burahin natin ito. Palitan na natin ang value. This should be 1,200 pounds. Tapos, ito, dapat 1,200. Ayan. Okay, 1,200. Yung weight ng plate. So, it should be 1,200 times 3 divided by, okay, so since parehas na ito, no? Or pwede nyo i-shift solve if you are not, if you do not want to do it or solve it manually. Kasi ang gagawin ko, ta-transpose ko to, ito, sa kabilang side. So, parehas na silang positive. Tapos, since parehas lang naman sila ng value, so parang pag inad mo, magiging times 2 lang. Tapos, di-divide lang natin yung 3/7, 6, at saka yung times 2 kasi dalawa sila. Kaya yun yung ginawa ko. No? So, 3/7 times 2. So, 700. So, ibig sabihin, each cable carries 700 pounds. Okay? Ayan. So, now that we have the tension in the cable, since ang working stress nga ay 18 KSI, so ibig sabihin, dapat yung stress sa cable, no, yung working stress or yung actual stress should not exceed 18 KSI. Okay? Or that is also, pag sinabi kasing KSI, keeps per square inch, that is also 1,000 or 18,000 pounds per square inch. Okay? Now, what is the actual stress? Well, of course, that is just force or yung tension over yung area. Okay? So, 1,800 or 18,000, no? Rather. So, yung tension, we already calculated to be 700 pounds. So, ibig sabihin, 700 over area should not exceed 18,000. So, consistent naman yung units dito kasi pounds ito naman ay pounds per square inch. So, kapag cross multiply natin yung 8 as divide natin yung 1,800, so magiging ganito, no? Ayan. So, the area should be greater than or equal to this value. Okay, and that value is okay, so that is 0.03889 square inch. So, dapat daw yung area hindi bababa sa value na to. O di kaya at least yan yung value ng area para hindi ma-overstress yung cable, no? So ngayon, furthermore, because ang tinatanong niya naman is safe diameter, so assuming na circular yung cross-section ng cable, o edi ang mangyayari, yung area natin will be equivalent to pi over 4 times diameter of the cable squared, and that should be at least 0.03889. So therefore, solving for D, D will be at least, so anong gagawin dyan? Cross-multiply mo lang yung 4, divide mo yung pi, yung sagot is square root mo lang kasi may naka-square doon. So that's 0.223 or 2225. Okay, inches. So the required diameter, no, should be at least 0.2225 inches. So in the choices, the best answer would be the next higher value, no, which is yung letter B. Okay? At ito na rin yung sagot para sa number 2 since na-prove nga natin na yung tension sa C at sa D ay parehas lang. So ibig sabihin, yung required diameter nilang dalawa ay parehas lang din dahil yung working stress nila ay parehas lang din. So parehas lang lahat. Ano? Okay? So next, number 3. Determine the maximum additional load that may be applied at the centroid of the plate if the diameter of the cables is 1/2 inch. So as you can see, kung i-compare mo dun sa naging required diameter 0.23, di ba ang 1/2 inch is 0.5 inch? So mas malaki, no? Mas malaki. So ibig sabihin, tinatanong niya dito, ano daw yung pwede mo pa idagdag na na load doon sa plate, no, on top of the weight ng plate para hindi ma-exceed yung, of course, yung working stress. So syempre in this case dahil mas malaki na yung diameter ng cable doon sa una nating na-solve, ibig sabihin kakayanin niya na magdagdag ng load doon sa centroid. So to calculate that, basically, no. So let me just have another figure here. So basically parang uulitin lang natin yung kanina except this time i-assume natin. So meron ditong self-weight na 1,200 pounds and then ang tinatanong niya, ano pa daw yung pwede mong idagdag? No? So P additional. Okay? Tapos meron ulit ditong tension sa D at saka sa C, which is na-prove naman natin kanina na parehas lang, no? So again, para ma-compute yung relationship, no, nung tension at nung mga forces, the best approach is to just take summation of moment about this axis, about AB. So ganun lang ulit. Let's take summation of moment about AB equal to 0. So again, ang using right thumb rule, ito yung axis natin, ang positive is itong direction na ito. Okay, so we will have P additional plus 1,200. Parehas lang yung moment arm nila, which is yung 3 feet. Ito. Okay, kalahati ng B. No? Ang B natin ay 6 feet. Tapos, yung rotation nilang dalawa will be in accordance dun sa positive natin na rotation. Dahil pababa. Tapos, yung Y component itong dalawa, parehas lang naman yan. So, T times 3/7. I am just adapting yung kanina. Tapos, yung moment arm naman nilang dalawa ay 6 feet. No? Ito naman. Yan sa kabila. Okay? And then dahil dalawa sila at parehas ang value, mumultiply ko na lang ng 2 times 2 na lang, no? Tapos ang rotation nila parehas ay baliktad dun sa positive natin, kaya negative ito. And that is all equal to 0. And from here we can already kumbaga itong t na to is no longer unknown, no? Kailangan yung t na yan kay hindi dapat lalagpas doon sa working stress, no? So working stress. Okay? So yung cable, once again, ay hindi yung T over A or yung stress sa cable ay dapat hindi lalagpas sa 18 KSI or 18,000 PSI, pounds per square inch. Okay, and now that we have A, no, alam naman natin yung A, so yung T hindi dapat lalagpas sa 18,000 times yung A, pi over 4 times half inch squared. So, ibig sabihin, yung tension sa cable should not exceed 3,534.29 pounds. No? Dapat hindi lalagpas dyan. So, in short, kung isi-set natin na ito yung tension, kumbaga maximum natin. Kumbaga, what this is telling us is that yung maximum tension is equal to 3,534.29 pounds. Kumbaga, yan na yung limit. So, ibig sabihin, para makompute natin yung maximum additional, i-maximize din natin ito. So, ilalagay natin dito si 3534.29. So, therefore, we will have P additional plus 1,200 times 3 minus 3,534.29 times 3/7 times 6 times 2 equals 0. So, therefore, the additional force would be at least, no? So, times 3/7 times 6 times 2. Pag tinranspose sa kabila, magiging positive. Tapos, divided by 3. Tapos, minus 1,200. Okay? And the additional force should be 4,858.79. Okay? So that is the additional force that may be applied for this, so that the working stress will not be exceeded. Okay? Okay, and a good counter check is would be kung gagawin nga natin na yung additional ay 4,858.79. Ang lalabas na ngayon dito sa total, no, would be 4,858.79 plus yung weight niya pa. Kumbaga, ito na yung lalabas na total na weight noong plate kasi inak mo yung additional doon sa centroid. So kumbaga parang isipin mo kung yan ang kung yan ang total weight ng plate, ano kaya yung tension doon sa cable? So kumbaga ano na natin, di ba back solve lang natin. So kung yan ang total weight, o di kung gagamitin ulit natin itong equation kanina for number 1 and number 2. So itong 1, 2, papalitan na natin ito. So 6,058.79 times 3 minus yung TD times 3/7 times 6. Tapos, di ba yung TC, parehas lang naman sa TD. Kaya times 2 ko na lang to. Equal to 0. So, pag sinip-solve natin, so lalabas, 3,534 yung tension dun sa cable. Which is, kung yun nga ang tension sa cable, may exceed ba natin yung limit na 18,000 PSI. So, divide lang natin ang area. So, ang area natin ay pi/4 times half inch squared. So, lalabas. So, as you can see, 18,000. No? So, ibig sabihin, tama lang na ito yung sagot. Okay, 4,858. So, that means, ang maximum, kumbaga maximum na to na pwede mong i-add is 4,858.79. So, ang tama talaga dito is that this should not exceed 4,858.79 pounds. No? Kapag lumagpas ka dyan, malalagpasan mo rin yung 18,000 PSI na working stress ng cables. Alright? Kaya sa choices, ang sagot natin dyan, best answer would be anything that is lower than that, which is apparently, that is letter C. Okay? Exactly 4,858 pounds. Okay? And that's how we solve this particular problem. Okay? Thank you all for watching and I'll see you on the next one.